Hi, writers. How are you? I hope you're ready to get to page 1 in your how-to book. I chose How to Draw a Turtle, which I told you yesterday, but I made my cover into a wow cover. So there is my turtle with my sunshine looking at a flower, and there's a butterfly. I gave some ground and some blue sky. How to Draw a Turtle. And I wrote by Mrs. Neave on the cover because I am the author and the illustrator. So add that to your cover too, a by Mrs. Neave. No, don't add by Mrs. Neave. That's me. You add by your name. So I chose not to put labels on my cover because I noticed when I was looking at a lot of my books, there aren't a lot of labels on the cover of the book, just the title. So I left it that way. But my first page, I'm going to put some labels on. So on my first page, because it's page 1, I like to put my page numbers in the middle of the bottom. So I'm going to put a little number 1 and I'm going to circle it. So you see that? I just put a little number 1 and I circled it. And the first thing I do, I had to think through all the steps on how to make a turtle. So I thought first I make the shell, then I make the head and the tail. Next, I make the 4 legs. Finally, or last, I decorate the turtle and around the turtle. So I thought that through and I kept saying those steps to myself. First, I make the shell. Next, I make the head and the tail. Then I make the feet. Finally, I decorate the shell and I decorate around the turtle. So those are my 4 steps. So I know I'm probably going to have at least 4 pages. So that's good because I have 8 papers. And if I make mistakes, I have extra paper. So I'm going to say it to myself one more time. First, I draw the shell. Next, I draw the head and the tail. Then I draw the feet. And finally, or last, I decorate the shell and I decorate around the turtle. So I'm just working on page 1. So that's my first. So I'm going to write first. I want to write my words at the top of the page. You can choose if you want to put them at the top or the bottom. I'm choosing the top. So I'm going to write first. I hear an F. I started with a capital. Look at this because it's the beginning of my sentence. See that? F. I hear an R. Okay, look at that. I hear all these sounds. Can you see that? First. I notice there's no vowel. Every word has to have a vowel. R's are really bossy. Maybe it's an E. I'm going to put an E in between the F and the R. So there's at least one vowel in there. First, because I've seen a lot of ERs. That sounds pretty good to me. I can read that, and I bet my reader can read it. So now I'm going to skip a space because I need to leave a finger space so my reader can tell the difference between my words. First, I make the sh e o. That's the end of my thought. First, I make the shell. I put a period at the end because that's the end of my first thought. But you know what? I don't make the shell. I'm going to draw it. So I'm going to cross out make. And right above it, I'm going to write I think that's an O at W. I'm not sure. So first, I draw the shell. Can you read that? Try to read that with me. First, see that? First, I draw the shell. That's my sentence. That's what's going on this first page. I'm going to make a wow picture on it. I know it's a little different because I'm doing the wow picture after, but I knew what was coming in this book. So I chose to do it a little bit different. I chose to write the sentence and leave a place for the wow picture. You can do that. You could do it either way. So first, I draw the shell. That's my first page. I wrote the number 1. I wrote the sentence. I'm going to go over and finish this up on my own. You guys can work through your first page, and tomorrow we'll do page 2. Get to it, writers. I'm proud of your hard work. See you tomorrow.